Pro wrestling. What? Wrestling? Yeah, we're talking about wrestling on today's episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for Series 2 of Hasbro figures from the early 90s. This is the Series 2. It's a complete signed set. And to introduce you and take you along the rest of the way is none other than the baseball prince himself.
How's everybody doing today? How are you? Just want to thank everybody for watching first video, subscribing. I really appreciate that. So far, it's gotten close to 150 views and a lot of comments and subscribers, so I really appreciate that. So this is going to be Series 2, obviously, as you see here. And the uniqueness about this series is it's one of my 6 out of the 12, I guess you could say, counting the tag teams that are complete. And this is probably has the most deceased wrestlers in this set. Maybe not the most rare. A couple of them are, even though deceased, are not as rare, but certainly a couple of them are standouts. So these are the first 2 here. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I got this myself with a blue paint pen. I got it at the Wrestling Universe in Queens. Really nice store. They have wrestlers come all the time. Well, there's a second Hacksaw Jim Duggan figure. We'll reveal that later on if we have that in the purple card series. But starting off with this one, because probably it is the least valuable signature. He signs a lot. The figure itself that comes with a 2x4. He was known for that, of course. Is probably in this condition, which is pretty nice. Probably about maybe close to $150 figure in this condition. And signed is, probably in that range. It doesn't have much value. Like I said, he's a easy sign to get, maybe 175-ish. But I really like the blue paint pen that kind of goes with the card. It's not the same color. It's a little bit lighter, so you see the contrast of it. As I said in the Series 1 video, when I'm getting them myself and when they're readily available, I really like to be very picky with the condition of the card as well as the paint pen that I'm using. When you're getting buying a sign figure of a guy that died 10 years ago, where you see one come up every couple years, if at all, you cannot be picky. You got to take what you can get. As you saw, my Rick Rude has a personalized to Bernard, best wishes. It's signed in a big paint pen. It just is what it is. I'd love for that to be, a perfect condition card, signed in a wonderful purple paint pen, but it's just not going to happen. He died in 1999. I don't even think paint pens existed then, but let's move on. You got Honky Tonk Man. This is a SummerSlam card. Let me just show real quick. JSA, of course. These are all JSA. Got these all JSA'd myself for the most part. Honky Tonk Man, SummerSlam edition. Okay, they came out with the SummerSlam promotion, I guess, maybe to win free tickets or something back then. So there's different Series 1 and Series 2s that come out with the SummerSlam logo on the top right corner. I guess it makes it a little bit more sought after, a little bit more rare. And, people want to have the complete SummerSlam edition set. It's literally the same figure, just with this right here. This is signed in a yellow paint pen. I did not obtain this myself. It was JSA authenticated myself. Again, probably SummerSlam edition in this condition, a little bit beat up, crease, probably like 125, 150, and again, probably in that same range, 150-ish, signed. Okay, easy signature. He signs a lot. He's signing for years, and yeah, not the rarest one. Here is next one is the $1 Million Man. Comes with his belt. As you can see, Honky Tonk Man also came with an accessory. Not that many figures in the Hasbro line came with accessories, so it's rare that the first 3 in the series do. So, comes with this belt in a green tuxedo. This is one of 3 Ted DiBiase figures in the set. You saw the first one in Series 1. This was obtained on my own with at a show, I think in Philadelphia, with a green paint pen. As you see, he signed it Hall of Fame, his little money sign, and of course, everybody's got a price. Which was his catchphrase back in the day. JSA authenticated, probably $150 figure in this nice condition. And again, in that range signed, it doesn't add a whole lot of value. He signs a lot. And now, those are probably the 3 easiest to obtain. And now here we go with the more rare ones. This is the last figure in this set that's still alive. Last person in the set that's still alive. That's Hulk Hogan. This is the Hogan Hug variation, Series 2. Okay, as you see, this was a little bit card, a little beat up. I did not get any Hogan's myself. Obviously, this one I did not get either. This is a red paint pen. I like it. You know, it's kind of, I like it. I like Hogan in either red or yellow. I feel like it goes really best with, you know, his, you know, kind of get up, his wardrobe. It really pops, I think. This, again, JSA authenticated. I would say this figure in this condition is probably 150, 175. His signature adds probably $100 at least. You can't get him for less than 250, 300, even at his own beach shop. But in this condition with this signature, probably a $300 figure. 300 is probably the right value, you know, easily. So that's Hulk Hogan. Yep. All right. So those are the four easiest to get, and then you have now the rare five. Jimmy Snuka, the controversial Jimmy Snuka. Okay, he died in 2017. Okay, as I said, a lot of these guys, even though they are deceased, they've only died in the last 10 years or so. But people weren't getting these figures signed or weren't thinking to get these figures signed for the most part until recently. So even though you had this figure came out, let's see, JSA authentication in 1990s, the Series 2. Well, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, they might all say 1990. That might be just the year they were made. I'd have to check Series 3 to see what... This probably came out in like 92, 93. And again, so that gives you about 15 years to get this figure signed, but no one was really getting them signed back then. So this was cool. This is a nice red paint pen. Another SummerSlam edition, as you see. There's probably like 12 or 13 SummerSlam variation cards. Don't know if I have a complete set. It's not something I really looked to get. Anyway, so yeah, he was controversial because he, I think in the 70s or 80s, was accused of doing some pretty bad crimes that he was never really charged for. And I think at the end of his life, he was starting to get kind of held accountable for him. And I guess, you know, was not acquitted, but not yet charged at the time. So he got lucky. He got off, and I got this signed figure. So next is, again, 4 left. This is one of my favorites. Not the rarest, but one of my favorites, Roddy Piper. You see Roddy Piper come up. It's not a figure that is like the hardest to get, Roddy Piper. But he died in 2015, and this is signed in a black Sharpie. I obtained this a few years ago, and I believe, yes, this is a Beckett authentication, so that tells you right away that I did not get this. I get all my JSA. I live close to JSA. There's not a Beckett or PSA close to me, so I get everything JSA. So this was already authenticated. I bought it authenticated. Just to touch real quick, I don't think I talked about the Snuka value. This is probably a $150 figure with the SummerSlam, and probably a $350 figure signed. Okay, this Piper in this condition, which is not great at all, is probably a $80 to $100 figure. It's an easy figure to obtain on card, but signed, I mean, in no less than $800. You know, upwards of $1,000 or $1,200 for sure. I mean, it's a rare one, not the rarest, as you see. You heard some values the other day. Series 1 of some of them in the few thousand. This is not going to be Roddy Piper's value, but yeah, as you see, also something to touch on, the cards themselves, okay? These are all, as you see here, American cards. What do I mean by that? They came out in different variations, French and Spanish, and others as well, where this would say, instead of official, it would say official if it was Spanish, and things like that. It was also an Italian card as well. I like to, even though I can't be picky with the condition or the signature of someone that died 10 years ago, I really am a little picky with, I like American cards. So all but I believe one, and you'll see it in the next Series 3, are on American cards. So that means something to me. I've seen foreign cards of some really rare ones, and I have passed them up. I don't know why, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Next is the Ultimate Warrior. You've seen Ultimate Warrior in Series 1. And this is a cool one. This is just as cool as this one. I've probably seen less Series 2 signed than Series 1, and I haven't seen many of each. He died in 2015. You know, again, I've seen a handful of Series 1 and Series 2. signed. This one I got JSA authenticated myself. I bought it with that one. A lot of these I bought without authentication, just trusting the people I bought them from, trusting the signature. I've been collecting signature autographs for the longest time. My dad has as well, so I have an eye for what I think is real and what's not, and I haven't been disappointed yet. So. This is authenticated. There's also a Series 3 Ultimate Warrior. That one is probably the rarest signed one for whatever reason. I'll let you know in the next video whether I have that or not. But again, this is a Series 2 Ultimate Warrior. The figure by itself in this condition, a little bit of a yellowing bubble, a little bit of a creasing and wear. Probably $150 figure, easily. Probably actually this actually raised the value in the last year or so for whatever reason. This might be closer to $200 now, but again, signed. 2,500. I mean, easily. Okay, easily. Next, and these last two are probably tied as far as rarity, as far as value, as everything. Okay, this is the Macho Man, Macho King. This card, the condition of the card is near flawless. Okay, as you see here, JSA authentication. The autograph, really nice Sharpie autograph. Obviously, you love to see it signed here, but again, still nice placement. The card itself is really nice. It comes with the crown. It comes with the scepter accessory. This condition value card, the value of this card in this condition, I should say, because of how nice it is, because it would probably grade like an 85. I would say it's a $350, $400 figure, unsigned, and signed. I mean, $3,500, $4,000 in that range. And you guys are probably listening to these values, and you're pretty crazy, but because you can see a Macho Man signed 8x10 for $500, $400, but you've seen hundreds of them, haven't you? Right? The value of this is to the collector that's trying to get a rare item of Macho Man signed, one that is not readily available. So yes, you can get theoretically a Macho Man index card signed for $200, $150, an 8x10 for $400, even a different figure for $600 or $700, maybe like a WCW figure later, a lesser valued WCW figure for $500 or $600. But to get a Hasbro, that's where the value is, okay? To people that are trying to, get as many signed Hasbros as they can, and I'm not the only one. There's plenty of people. You need everyone, and you need them. And to get this Macho King signed and in this condition and authenticated and everything above, that's where the value is. So yeah, it's not just about his signature. It's about what it's signed on and the condition. So a lot of you probably think I'm crazy with my valuations, but I promise you I'm not far off. Here's the best one. Here's the last one. This is the only one I have that's graded. Okay, I bought it graded. I got it authenticated. And I got a full letter of authentication, so it's not on the figure. The sticker is on the letter. Maybe I'll show that in the next video. I haven't shown you any of my full letters or any of my cards or anything like that. Just showing you the barcode. But yes, this has a full letter. This is Dusty Rhodes. Okay, this is a SummerSlam version of Dusty Rhodes. This is graded a 70. Okay, and I believe the way that UKG does it is they actually knock off 5% because of the signature. So this is really a 75 grade Dusty Rhodes SummerSlam. This is one of the rarest Hasbro figures you could find, and I'm not talking signed. I'm talking in general. He went over to WCW right when this figure came out, and I believe the reason why they're so rare is I believe they pulled them off the shelves. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the figure itself, with the SummerSlam logo especially, I told you it adds a little value. And in the condition and graded, it's probably at least a $1,500, probably $2,000 figure. Signed with a silver paint pen, really nice signature, and of course authenticated. This is probably my most valuable figure in my collection. It's probably a $5,000 figure, okay? Easily. Okay? Dusty Rhodes, the rarest figure, graded in top condition with the SummerSlam and a silver Sharpie. You can't duplicate it. This is a one-on-one, okay? This is a one-on-one. If there's another like it, show me. Again, graded, SummerSlam, beautiful paint pen in this condition. I talk about it. this way because this stuff excites me. This is what I like. Okay, and I believe that again, the rarity of these figures, they make the value, they make the excitement. It's just they're not out there. You can't get them. As I said, you can have all the money in the world, all right, and I don't, but I make sure that when I see these, I do what I got to do to acquire them. Okay, look at these three. I'll leave these on camera. We're gonna sign off. Okay, today. Next time is Series 3. Okay, which is another series where there's a lot of rare ones, a lot of ones that are really tough to get. So, Baseball King Collectibles, I'm the Baseball Prince. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Comment, share the video. I'm going to be posting it on the pages pretty soon, so keep a lookout. Thank you.